This is the second time I'm trying to film the intro to this video. If there's noise in the background, it might be my fan. I'm sorry about that, but I'm not turning it off. It's way too hot today. Anyway, welcome in. Come sit down. Today is day 77 of talking to a camera every single day for 100 days, and today I wanted to talk about music. Music is something that's very relational to my soul, you know. I guess you could say. I think music is for everyone. Not all music is for everyone, but music is for everyone. There is music for you. Music is such a wide area of human expression, and I will call it a form of human expression, that there's something that everyone can relate to. And if you can't relate to it, there's probably, you can make your own music, which is a way of expressing what you feel and how that's different to what everyone else feels. And I think music is just such a beautiful thing, especially with the age of technology like Spotify and Apple Music, where we can see music from across the world in seconds. You know, it used to be you would have to travel for days to get to different parts of the world just so you could hear performances live. And most people couldn't unless you were a king or some sort of high aristocrat. But these days you can hear music from anywhere in the world like that. And it's such a great online community. It's such a great form of entertainment because, you know, you can listen to music while doing literally anything. There's music, you know, it's such a vast genre, and it's so amazing. And there's music for all emotions, and it's sort of like an emotional connection to your soul. It's sort of like, when I listen to music, it's like, this song I feel correctly describes the emotions I'm feeling in this current moment, and that's what I feel about music. It's you know, it's an expression of self through the form of someone else's expression of themselves. So it's sort of like relational, like, I'm feeling the same thing you are, that's interesting, and we both feel it through this medium of music. You know, I think music sort of like, my music taste changes over time. It sort of it evolves, it adapts, and it sort of like modifies to the sort of the era of life I'm going through, I guess you could say. There was a while earlier this year when I was having a bit of a rough patch, where I'd listen to Radiohead because it was just so relatable. Do you know what I mean? It's not even that the words are relatable. It's hard. I'm finding it hard to explain. It's not that I find like the words or like any specific melodies relatable. It's just the vibe and the whole sort of aesthetic of the song, or maybe a few particular lines. They just sort of resonate with me, and I feel them more thoroughly than I do other areas, you know, other songs. Like, you know, you can put some Taylor Swift on, and you know, it's okay. And if you like Taylor Swift, and if you relate to Taylor Swift, that's great for you. But me personally, I'm not really a Swiftie. I don't really enjoy the music because it just doesn't really relate to me. But it will to other people, and that's the beauty of music, you know. My main music I listen to is more like Radiohead, Tame Impala, Kanye, what else do I listen to? Nirvana. I don't listen to as much Nirvana, but Drain You's a good song. One of my favourite songs at the moment isn't Nirvana, but it's Kurt Cobain's cover of the Beatles song And I Love Her, because it's such a good cover. It's low quality, but it's such an emotional resonance that I love it. It's a great song. And I Love Her by Kurt Cobain on one of his like solo albums. It's a cover of a Beatles song. The Beatles song's okay, but I don't think the Beatles song really shows the emotions I want to represent as much as the Kurt Cobain's version does. And he does it with acoustic guitar. He does it all himself. It was a recording from him in his bedroom when he was younger, and I just think that's a really sort of beautiful perspective into his mind. They've got other songs like, you know, Heart-Shaped Box. Also, if you're looking for good music recommendations, you don't even have to watch The Boys, but search up on Spotify The Boys soundtrack for all seasons 1 to 5, right? The songs they play in The Boys, absolute banger after banger. I'm not talking about like the originals. The originals aren't as good, but the like songs they use, like Heart Shaped Box from Nirvana. There was that one. There was a few others. Anyway, thank you for listening.